Welcome to back, my friends. My name is Pradeep Vats. Today we are going to discuss about the Jupiter finger, index finger. As you can see in front of a screen, there is a first finger. It's called Jupiter finger, or it's called index finger as well. So, what does it show, and what's the meaning of this finger? And how we would have to explain this Jupiter finger. We will discuss everything in this video. First of all, we want to know uh, meaning and significance of index finger. So you have to be ensured. Let me just tell you which this is the Jupiter finger here. So if anyone is doesn't know, so this is the Jupiter finger, the first one. It's called a Jupiter finger. This is a Jupiter finger, or it's called index finger as well. So don't forget that we are talking about today the first finger, which is a Jupiter finger or the index finger. Okay. So what is the meaning and significance of this index finger? What does it show? It shows a wisdom. Uh, the person how much wisdom carrying in this lifetime. Basically, it shows wisdom. It shows your expansion. It could be expansion of your rights. The expansion could be your family. Expansion could be your business. Any kind of expansion you have to see with this Jupiter finger, index finger. It shows your power, religion, ego, self-reflection, politics, emotions, wealth, law, immigration, people migrating from one place to another place, and traveling, social status, leadership, philosophy, morality, spirituality, ambitiousness, confidence, and psychology. And moreover, it shows your self-awareness. Okay, so all these areas come under this index finger. So this is the first finger you examine when you do reading, as it is easily the most important. This finger represents the way you see yourself, your personal values and vision. It rules the sense of self-importance, ego, self-advancement, self-esteem, and pride. It basically tells everything about a person, how a person look uh, themselves. Okay, how people look themselves. And responsibility and integrity are also connected with this index finger. Okay, so this Jupiter finger, over half the human population have some kind of issues with this finger, by it too being too short, too long, bent, leaning outward, or later on when we investigate the prints, if there is a non non-ulnar loop print on it. So this is a hugely fertile ground for personal issues. Be very careful as you negotiate index finger points with your client. Painful and difficult parental problems often you can see from here also. So this is the actually the small explanation about the Jupiter finger. And now we will going to talk and the sizes of the Jupiter finger, and how we have to measure this Jupiter finger as well. So we have to look, check about the Jupiter finger, the size. Um, is it long or small? So in this picture, if you can see here, you have to measure according. If I show you here in this in this picture, The Jupiter finger's measurement according to the index finger. This is your index finger. This one here. This is your index finger. Sorry, this is your sun finger. This is your index finger. So the index finger has to be measured according to your sun finger. And normally in hands you will see the sun finger or the ring finger is longer than your Jupiter finger. If you can see in this hand, it is very long Jupiter finger. Okay, and normally the Jupiter finger it's here. This side, this is your index finger, ring finger. So if this is longer than your ring finger, as you can see in this picture, what does it mean? What does it represent? We have to talk about this now. If the index is finger is the same length or the teeniest fraction longer than the ring finger, for example, now here if I can show you again, I have to rub this up, please. Okay, just for example, if this Jupiter finger is only until here or until here. This is your ring finger, and it is coming all the way here. This size, it will still consider as a long Jupiter finger. But if it is going above this the ring finger and going almost to the little bit closer to this your top tip of your Saturn finger. This is your Saturn finger. It is meaning that it is a very long Jupiter finger. Hope you have understand how to measure this Jupiter finger. Now we are going to talk about what does it mean. Long Jupiter finger are people are very much control freaks. They indulge in much self-reflection and are intensely self-aware. They also possess a natural sense of authority and take their values very seriously. Principles are very important and need to be respected by others. They are willing to work hard to achieve their personal goals because they have personal vision and see themselves worthy of the high standards they set themselves. Okay, so they tend to be highly competent, ambitious people and set themselves high standard. Means their standards are very high and they do work hard to achieve those high level standards. For example, this Jupiter finger is longer in your passive hand. As I mentioned in my last video, the passive hand means the hand which we don't use for everyday use, and the active hand which our dominant hand. So if your active hand is your, for example, right hand, and passive hand in this case would be the left hand. So if this index finger is long on the passive hand, I mean, if long on one hand, it will tend to also be long on the other, mostly. During childhood, the person developed an overt awareness of their own influence and the consequences of their actions. This indicate pre-consciousness and early responsibility. This person experienced the weight of self-awareness and high expectations at a very young age. This finger being long is much more common on one child or the precocious eldest or youngest child in the family. It is always a marker of for highly expectant parent or where a child had to fill the role of a absent or incompetent mother figure. Invariably, their mother was exceptionally capable and well respected, who loaded early maturity onto the child's shoulder, or there was no effective mother figure, so they had to develop a responsibility or responsible role, grow up quickly, and be highly self-aware at a young age. So it shows very much. early responsibilities. If you have uh, this index finger on your passive hand, I mean this long index finger. Now, this another thing about this Jupiter finger, if this is very long, the long Jupiter finger tend to take themselves seriously. They would much prefer to run their own world the way they want than sacrifice their values for such superficial things as fame and popularity. They naturally mistrust the flashy and ostentatious, uh, or and are innately conservative about taking risk. The large index means they dwell on and reflect a high set of personal standards and values and are a little self obsessed. They hate not being treated with respect and are quick to criticize the authority of others. Hope you have understand about the long Jupiter finger. Actually, the long index finger people are innately sincere souls with high ideals and standards they really care about. They very often end up with great responsibilities and in influential positions, bearing such burdens with uh, aplomb. Of a group of people, the one with the longest longest Jupiter finger will always end up as the mother figure. Go to the person, organizer, or anyone in control. Long Jupiter finger women really have large families as they put great efforts in their children and they usually have a lot of other responsibilities and ambitions. So this is everything about the long Jupiter finger. In short, the long Jupiter people, Jupiter finger people, have high standard, high values, very sincere. They take responsibility, they take pride. Uh, they criticize themselves as well if the things not going well, and they expect that other people give respect to them. So this kind of personality and the long Jupiter fingers people are now I'm talking about the short Jupiter finger. In the next slide, if you can see here, this is the your short Jupiter finger. If this finger is shorter, almost 2 centimeters, then your ring finger, we always compare Jupiter finger with the ring finger, okay, with the sun finger. So if this is a shorter 2 centimeter, less than 2 centimeter, it means it is a short Jupiter finger. So what does it mean if someone has a short Jupiter finger? If they short, the person suffers deep held feelings in inadequacy. The short the the Jupiter finger, the more this is the case. I mean, if he's as the more shorter, the person will suffer a deep inadequacy feelings more. And another thing about this short Jupiter finger, these people have a aversion of self aversion to self analysis. They don't like self analysis and usually deflect any deep probing examination of their real selves. They experience a lack of early responsibility and authority. They don't like responsibilities and authorities. It's common in the children of large family where one had to play up to get attention, and in any situation where self-awareness and responsibility wasn't reinforced, usually a sign of parental neglect or of being spoiled or from not being given a sense of individuality. A short index is usually more pronounced on the passive hand and it indicates the development of a greater self-worth in maturity. But the thing is that about this short um, Jupiter finger people, these people are depression and self-neglect, obesity, smoking, risky behavior, drug use, poor diet, and other health issues and weight problem have been linked to this short Jupiter finger. So if someone has short Jupiter finger, there are chances that they all have these people have this kind of uh, things happening in their life. Short Jupiter fingers sell themselves short, do not recognize the extent of their ability. They don't recognize their ability, how much they can do in the life. They always held back. Find it hard to accept compliments and can easily to be self-effacing. One benefit of the finger being weak, though, is that one's private sense of self is more easily hidden behind the public face, and one never takes oneself too seriously. Very short Jupiter people tend to hide behind a mask, act, performance, or role. And if this finger is very short, this will often mean massive overcompensation is going on. This is a typical of a larger than life personality, a need to show to be noticed. Okay, so these people have less confidence, less uh, high ambitions. So, in order to fulfill all these ambitions, they just try to somehow uh, being noticed with other people. So, this is our analysis about this small and short, a long and short Jupiter finger. Basically, the long Jupiter finger, very ambitious people and very good confidence level, and they have good leadership qualities. And short Jupiter finger is just opposite than this. Hope you have enjoyed this video about the Jupiter finger. I will bring few more videos about the Jupiter finger in the next coming days. Till then, stay safe, stay blessed. And if you have any question, please put in the comment section. Thank you.